Lihle Mdluli, who is a freelance journalist based in New Jersey. Lihle, good evening, and thank you for your time. Well, evening here in South Africa. We are, of course, hearing this call from the family for peace. Things are a little bit calmer today in parts of the U.S. Does this mean that call is being heeded? Are people beginning to, I suppose, respect the wishes of the family?
Hi, thank you for having me. I don't know if people are really respecting the wishes or if they want to, but they may. And also, you must remember that they have imposed curfew in a lot of cities, like New York City. There's an 8 p.m. curfew, which is virtually unheard of in the city. People are out all hours of the day. So they're trying to stop, because a lot of the violence has been happening at night. So they're trying to stop the looting and the violence. But I guess we will see as the days go on and into the weekend if people will really heed that call. People are still very angry. I think now that the other police officers who stood on the sidelines and watched as the other police officer had his knee on George Floyd's neck, now that they are being charged, people are a lot more relieved, and maybe we will see a lot less people out on the streets marching.
Now, I've seen some video footage here in South Africa of African Americans who say we don't want America to be portrayed in the way that it's being portrayed, black people, violence and burning stuff. And of course, you've got those who are saying Black Lives Matters. We've been trying the peaceful route. It hasn't worked. It's time America gets a wake-up call. How divided is the African American community over this matter?
The biggest issue is that a lot of the violence and the looting and all of that we've been seeing, some of it is not African Americans, and it is not the Black Lives Matter movement. It's just some other elements who are troublemakers. So people are worried that African Americans are being portrayed negatively, and it's not them that are doing that.
It seems though the conversation around the virus has taken a backseat in the midst of all this.
I'm sorry, please repeat
I'm saying
that.
The conversation around the virus, the coronavirus, has it taken a backseat in the midst of all this protest that has been going on?
It has a little bit, yes. And I mean, people are a lot braver. They're out there, although everyone is wearing masks, even when they are sending out notices for the marches. They are ensuring that people know that they have to wear a mask and try to keep apart as much as possible, which obviously is not really happening. People are still aware of the virus. A lot of the country is opening up. A lot of cities are opening up now in the next 2 weeks. So I guess there's a lot less talk of that right now as people focus on this.
President Donald Trump threatening to unleash the military on protesters and looters. How is that message being received? Very
negatively. First of all, he was hiding in the bunker while everything was going on outside the White House. So he's been mocked, and now he's coming out and saying, no, he just went down there to check. But he also brought his son and his wife. So why did they have to go and check? Everybody sees through that. But his ratings are not really great. We have elections in November. We'll see how that goes. I mean, we were surprised when we won the first one, so nobody knows exactly how that's going to go. But people are not really impressed with how he's handled this. He's had negative feedback from how he's handled the coronavirus. We are at over 100,000 deaths that could have been avoided. And now a lot of the violence and the police brutality that has happened during the marches could have been avoided, and he's just adding fuel to the fire.
Lihle, I appreciate your time. Thanks for joining us tonight. Freelance journalist Lihle Mdluli out in New York for us tonight. When we continue